跟住接住落嚟咧，我們現在要改一改我們的語言的頻道，因為呢，現在我們有請台灣衛生福利部中央健康保險署署長李伯璋教授為我們談一下台灣全民健保的罕病用藥給付政策。李教授，請，謝謝你。
Good afternoon. Yeah, it's my honor to have this privilege to share Taiwan experience with all of you. Yeah, and now since it's the lunchtime, yeah, so I try to shorten my talk. Yeah. Basically, I'm not a typical government official. Yeah, for the past 38 years, yeah, I was a professor in the kidney transplantation. Yeah, and 2 years ago, I just was assigned to this job. Today I want to share, we so-called rare disease treatment in Taiwan. I think our information for all of you. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. I can assure you, this is my PowerPoint. Let's go back. We see 香港研讨会。This one. As I mean that I'm a doctor, yeah, and I'm doing the kidney transplantation. And after transplantation, I always have to observe the patient for a long time. But you know, in Taiwan, if a patient they accept dialysis, it means not only he is, accept the dialysis, all his family just in the dialysis. It's the same when we are talking about the rare disease. Not only one patient, they are a rare disease. All family are on a rare disease. So it means that for this kind of patient, they have the unfortunate fate. And I think in Taiwan, yeah, and all the patients are people, and the Taiwan government have the obligation to take care of this patient. So all of you know that in Taiwan, national health insurance has covered the rare disease for a long time. Yeah. So this is our philosophy. So now I'm in this job. I also still working very hard. I try to do my best to offer this patient good medical care. So in Taiwan, yeah, we call the rare disease just as we call the catastrophic disease. It means this kind of patient, they should be covered fully by our government. So in Taiwan, because some patients, they go to hospital, they need some co-payment. But for this rare disease, they are fully covered by our government. So they don't need to pay any co-payment. I think this is very good for all these patients and their family. Yeah. So far in Taiwan, it is around 8,000 patients. They are on the rare disease record. Yeah. And you see, the medical expenditure is still very high. So this is, I think for all patients or the family, yeah, maybe it's difficult for them to tolerate this kind of medical expenditure. But in Taiwan, we have the national health insurance, so we cover this one very well. Yeah. So I always say that in Taiwan, we never give up to treat any kind of this kind of patient. Yeah. For any patient, if they get any disease, we will do our best to offer them the best medical care. We know some patients, they need a lot of money, yeah, but I think it's also one problem. So I think the challenge for this kind of financial burden, yeah, frankly speaking, I think for a pharmaceutical factory, yeah, how much the profit they want to have, this is very important. But we don't know the true cost in reality. So I always try to negotiate with the pharmaceutical company. Yeah. I wish them, if they also have very good to our patient, I wish they can reduce their drug cost. But sometimes it's not easy to negotiate. Yeah. But I think for a Hong Kong government, you have to try to negotiate. Why I want to say in this part, in Taiwan, yeah, we have treated hepatitis C patient with oral drug to treat. In the past, we used the interferon to treat the hepatitis C patient, but for most of the patients, maybe they have this adverse effect. So some patients, they give up, they don't want to treat hepatitis C. finally, for this kind of patient, they get a hematoma or some hepatic failure. Yeah. But for this kind of patient, when we use the oral drug, it is easy and the patient can tolerate it very well. But when we try to negotiate with the pharmaceutical factory, the price can only 1/6 only. Yeah. So I think we have to make a good negotiation. So in the future, I wish for this kind of open drug pharmaceutical factory, they can have a reasonable drug cost for this kind of patient. As we know, in Taiwan, we have national health insurance for 23 years already. But this is a very difficult situation because I think this is a single payer system. Yeah. And in Taiwan, almost around 100 people, they have the health coverage by our national health insurance. And for the medical center, hospital, or clinics, it is around 94%. They have a contract with our national health insurance. So it means that in this way, when we have a growth budget, to treat the patient, how can we adjust the budget well? It is very important. So this is the reason why in our government, we try to offer some medical care for any rare disease. We can do it very well. You can see in Taiwan, even it is a small island, but some people, they live in the open land, and some people, they live in the high mountain. Yeah. But in Taiwan, we have a very good system. We take care of all people in Taiwan very well. Yeah. So you can see, this is the public certification to our national health insurance. It is around 86%. I think for all the government organization, it's not easy to get a certification from the public. But frankly speaking, for Taiwan doctors, only around 30% are very satisfied to our Taiwan national health insurance. So it means that we have to make a balance because maybe we squeeze our Taiwan doctors too much, yeah, and then the public are very satisfied to our national health insurance, yeah. So I say the mission and commitment for our national health insurance that we try to offer the best medical care for Taiwan people, and we also wish the medical professional they will have a very good environment to work. Yeah. This is very important. Yeah. Why I want to say this way? Because in this figure you can see the medical expense in Taiwan. Yeah, we increased very many, around 3 times over these 22 years. Yeah, so it means that we spend a lot of money, and we wish all the people can get a good medical care. However, our medical doctors, they are not very satisfied. So I'm a clinician before, so I know if I have to make a good, observation how to adjust this kind of the medical expenditure. So here you can see the number of the we call the rare disease in our Taiwan. Now we have around 218 classifications are based by our drug and committee. They say this belongs to the rare disease, so we have to give them the treatment. But you see the patient number didn't increase very, very fast, gradually. And this is why we think it's a good way for, finally, maybe it's a limitation. And we know for this kind of rare disease, just as Professor Chong was talking, most of it belong to a genetic disease. Yeah. So it is in that way, if we can have a prevention, I think this kind of patient number will decrease gradually. Yeah. And here you can see the top 10 medical drugs, medical and drug expenditure, yeah, for some kind of rare disease. Yeah. We can find actually for some disease we spend a lot of money, yeah, over there for that. Yeah. But I think this is just we have to make such an event. Yeah. We think for this kind of rare disease, we already treat them, and if they can get a good health, it is very important. So here you can see here you can see the survival rate. For this kind of patient, if they are just the terminal stage disease, so maybe we can just tolerate for a short time. But for this kind of patient, they can get a very good health. So the survival rate is pretty good. So I think for in this part, yeah, when we face that, we have to give them the good. And we also find that for some rare disease, yeah, especially for some disease, actually they spend many money, yeah, much money. So some doctors, they will give us a challenge. They say, for this patient, he spends so much money, what we can do? But I say, since they're still alive, yeah, so we all have to offer them some treatment, yeah. So here you can see the orphan drug expenditure in Taiwan, yeah, gradually increase, yeah. But we wish if we can cut costs down, yeah, maybe we can tolerate it very well. However, I think this is very, I mean, most of the medical professionals in Taiwan, yeah, they say you spend too much money. So now, for some orphan drug, when they want to enroll in our pay, some doctors they resist. They say you just use the old drug. But we know for some new drug, it is more powerful and more useful for the patient. Yeah. So I try to set some unnecessary drug and to let the new drug can be input into Taiwan. Yeah. And so you can see in Taiwan, yeah, the national health insurance we can find. We spend a lot of money in we call the treatment. We also spend the money in drug. Yeah. And actually, I mean this line, the blue line, it means that we spend money for the medical professional. Yeah. So why the medical professional they're not happy? Because even our medical expenditure already 3 times than 22 years ago. But actually this money didn't go to the medical professional. Yeah. And all are get for treatment. Treatment means that I mean never test or the CT scan or MRI. I think we spend a lot of money over there, and we also spend a lot of money in a drug. So they are not happy. This is the reason. And we can find for the drug, yeah, and we even in the outpatient we spend too much money in the patient. And here, sorry. So we try to manage, I mean the cost of growth. Why I want to say this way? Actually, it's the same in the world. For all doctors in the world, yeah, they always prescribe a lot of drug, and then this drug need money, yeah. And so we spend the money in the drug, then we don't have enough money to really treat. I mean, what's probably called the cancer patient or the rare disease. So I say in Taiwan, we are just a low budget. We got a premium from our people. But all the doctors say you have to increase the revenue. Yeah. But I think increased revenue is not good for the government. But we try to reduce some expenditure. This is the reason why I want to say that way. So in Taiwan, yeah, we also find what's called the chronic disease. It means hypertension, hyperlipidemia, or diabetes. Actually, for doctors, maybe for the patient, they don't need to have any copayment because we say chronic disease we don't have to pay copayment. But in this situation, maybe the patient they always waste a lot of drug. Yeah. So recently we try to make a modification. We wish the patient they are on the chronic disease, they also have to have some copayment. Yeah. So in Taiwan, we also have some structure to make a change. We also call the pharma crowd. It means that in that way, all the doctors they know which patient they have the old drug before, and then they don't reduce, they don't repeat the reuse drug. So in that way, we can save some money. So this is very important. So why I want to say it this way, because based on the human right, I think all the people in Taiwan, we have to offer them the good medical care, but we only have to fix the global budget. If we don't reduce some unnecessary waste, then we don't have money to offer the patient, for example, rare disease or the cancer patient, the new drug. So I think for you, yeah, the same. Maybe it's very important. You have to have a good negotiation with the government. Yeah. In the past, I'm a clinician. I only treated the patient in my way, but now I'm in the government position. Yeah. So I know if anything, I make a decision. It's good for the Taiwan people. Yeah. So I try to make such a change. Yeah. And another, actually in the beginning, you all give me the 40 minutes. Yeah. So I think for rare disease, actually I can say only one word. Yeah. In Taiwan, rare disease are covered our national health insurance. It looks very easy, just one word. Yeah. But for each other country, actually it's not very easy because any doctors, any government, they are afraid. The rare disease will pay too much money. But frankly speaking, it's not always occupy a lot of money. If you can observe very well, yeah. Because in Taiwan, for example, we have done a lot of the liver test. For some patient, maybe they can perform 27 CT scan study for 1 year. Yeah. So for each hospital, for any doctors, they repeat such kind of study, they can get a reward from national health insurance. Yeah. But if you can reduce such kind of unnecessary cost, yeah, I think in the future we can offer the patient the need the new drug. I think this is very important. Yeah. So generally, if you're not in this position, it's not easy to see clear what the money is going on. Yeah, you are only afraid you will have to spend the money. But in Taiwan, I think I'm in my position. I can get a very big data analysis to know what I have to do. So recently, I just make a two change. First is to reduce unnecessary drug. Secondly, I try to make a medical. It means that for in Taiwan, yeah, I think it's basically that's the first one country. Yeah, we can have all the Taiwan all hospital. They have any kind of laboratory test and in any image they can put into our cloud. And in each clinic or in each regional hospital, they can see the patient information from our medical cloud. In that way, we can reduce many unnecessary costs. I think it's good for Taiwan to get a good achievement in the healthcare coverage. Yeah. So I think actually I still have a lot of PowerPoint, but I think the time is limited. Yeah. So I just want to share this information with all of you, and I wish in the future, yeah, if you have any question, yeah, we can discuss further. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
多謝晒李教授，亦都多謝